Hello everybody! Well, time for another top 10 video. So, as many of you may or may not know, or, well, I guess some of you don't really know this, but I'm a huge Star Trek fan. I grew up watching well, mainly I started off with Star Trek Next Generation, because, I'm a child of the 90s, so there you go. But still, growing up, Star Trek was one of the best shows I ever watched on television. I mean, seriously, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, Enterprise. And of course, I've seen some episodes of the original series, and of course, I've already covered the Star Trek animated series in an earlier video. So, pretty much, I love Star Trek. I love the shows, I love the movies. They're all pretty good. Well, I do have some, dislikes of some of the Star Trek films, but trust me, yeah, we'll get to those later. But, oh well. But still, today, I'm going to be counting down my top 10 favorite female Star Trek characters. Now, mind you, these are characters from various shows and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, there are pretty much, dozens and dozens of female characters from different shows, but again, this is my top 10 list, so you're free to agree or disagree with me on the placement of where I put these characters, stuff like that. And of course, sometime later on, I'll be doing a top 10 favorite male Star Trek character video, so there we go. But still, let's start off with number 10. Number 10 is Kes from Star Trek Voyager. Now, to be fair, Kes was an okay character. I mean, she didn't really do anything, that uber important. I mean, pretty much, she's just one of the most forgettable characters I've ever seen in Star Trek. I mean, seriously. I don't know if she really did anything important. I mean, trust me. When I watched Star Trek Voyager, I was like, what happened to Kes? Where'd she go? Did she die or something? I mean, what? But whatever. I mean, seriously, she was just kind of okay. I mean, yeah, she pretty much was spending most of her time with the Doctor, and of course, she was Neelix's girlfriend and everything, and blah, 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 etc., etc. But to be fair, I don't really think she did anything that important. And if you disagree with me on this statement, then put it in the comment section below, and, and just go on from there. So, yeah. Okay, now, number 9 is... who should I put at number 9? Oh, yeah, that's right. Leeta from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Now, to be fair, her character pretty much had an interesting arc, I guess you could say. I mean, she started off dating Bashir, then she dated Rom, and blah, 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 etc., etc. I guess Rom and Leeta got married or something like that. I don't know, but oh well. But still, she was a pretty unique character, and plus, she was a Bajoran and everything else, and that was pretty awesome. I did like the Bajorans in Deep Space Nine, because, see, they were a unique species, and they were just all around awesome. But still, Leeta as a character, she was just kind of okay. I mean, but she did do a lot during the Dominion War arc, which is actually really cool. But still, other than that, she was just kind of an okay character. I mean, I didn't find her that interesting, but she wasn't all that bland like Kes was. But she was just kind of an okay character, so yeah. Okay, number 8. Janice Rand from Star Trek The Original Series. Now, to be fair, I haven't really seen that much of the original series, but from what I read about her character, she was just kind of okay. I mean, seriously, she was just kind of an okay character. I mean, yeah, she was a transporter chief in Star Trek The Motion Picture, then she became the communications officer on the Excelsior in Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country, and everything else like that. But, she was just kind of okay. Just like Leeta from Deep Space Nine. So, there we go. So, yeah. Okay, number 7. Ooh, boy, who should I put in number 7? Ooh. Nah, that won't work. Oh, I got it. Lwaxana Troi from Star Trek The Next Generation. what the frick was up with her? I mean, yeah, I get it. She was Deanna Troy's mom and everything else like that. And, I mean, hell, she was played by Majel Barry Roddenberry. Well, late Majel Roddenberry, I should say. But still, her character was just kind of okay. I mean, yeah, she did get the... I mean, yeah, there was that whole thing that happened to her in season 2 where she was looking for a new husband. And she was... And she thought it would be Picard. Then she ultimately chose Riker, and I was like, no! Deanna's supposed to be Riker. Everyone knows this! But, oh well. But still, other than that, Lois Lane was actually not that bad of a character. I liked her, she was funny, she was upbeat, she was great, she delivered some really good lines. All in all, she was actually not that bad of a character. I sort of kind of liked her, so there we go. Okay, now, number 6. You know, before I go any further, I just want to point out that I'm making these top 10s just on the fly. I mean, I don't create an actual list. So, there we go. Okay, now hold on. Hold on a minute here. I'm still trying to recount, okay? Okay, now, number 6. I'm gonna say my number 6 favorite character was would probably have to be T'Pol from Star Trek Enterprise. I mean, yeah, she was like the first main female Vulcan in a Star Trek show. I get that. She was pretty cool and like, and everything else like that. But to me, she really just existed as fan service for the male audience. I mean, seriously, what is up with some of these shows and just like having all these hot characters that are just around for fan service? I mean, come on. But still, she was pretty cool. I liked her, and well, she was also a full Vulcan, so that was pretty awesome. I like that part of her. But to be fair, well, she just had this kind of like blank look in her face, and she barely expressed any emotions. I mean, yeah, I get it. She's a full Vulcan, and of course, emotions are something that's kind of a taboo on Vulcan, and blah blah blah. But still, she just had that blank look in her face. I mean, come on. Just have more expressions on your face instead of just a blank stare. Come on. But I don't want to go off too much on this, so let's move on. Okay, now number 5, Uhura from the original series. Now, I did like Uhura. She was a communications officer, and well, considering that Star Trek first came out in 1966, that was a huge thing to have a main character who was African American. That was awesome at the time. I mean, seriously. And besides, there was even one point where Nichelle Nichols, who played Uhura, was going to leave the show. But of course, there was a fan who sent out a letter telling her not to. And guess who it was? Well, I'm going to tell you who it was. Martin Luther King Jr. Yes, that is right. The exact same guy who delivered the infamous I Have a Dream speech actually stopped Nichelle Nichols from leaving Star Trek. That was just pure awesomeness. Oh yeah. So, but still, Uhura was actually pretty cool. She was an interesting character, but for the love of God, I hated that fan dance scene that she did in Star Trek V. I mean, come on. That was just kind of like, ugh. Did not need, they just should have not had it scene in the movie at all. I mean, come on. She at least found a better way to distract the people that were in Cyborg's control. I mean, come on, people. But, oh well, what can I say? So, number 4, B'Elanna Torres from Star Trek Voyager. Now, B'Elanna is a very interesting character. I mean, yeah, she's half human, half Klingon, but, well, to be fair, there was one other character that was half human, half Klingon, and that was, of course, Kalar from Next Generation. But still, B'Elanna was actually pretty interesting. I mean, unlike Kalar, B'Elanna actually did believe in all the honor and tradition stuff of the Klingon culture, and to be fair, I actually kind of like that aspect about her. I mean, it made her a very interesting and unique character. I like that part of her. And plus, well, she finally got married to Tom Paris. I was like, it's about freaking time. But still, all in all, B'Elanna was a very interesting and unique character, and, well, I just liked her. So, wait, hold on, okay. Kiss, Nita. Hmm. Huh. Wait a minute. Yeah. So, number 3, I think I'm at. Okay, wait. Yeah, number 3. So, number 3 is Hoshi Sato from Star Trek Enterprise. Now, seriously, I did kind of like Hoshi. She was a very interesting and unique character. She wasn't around for fan service. And, well, she was actually a pretty interesting and unique character. I liked her. Excuse me. And just the fact that, well, she was the ship's linguist and everything else like that, and her actually trying to speak all these different languages was actually pretty interesting and unique. So I like that part about her. It was pretty awesome. So there we go. Okay. Number 2. Beverly Crusher from Star Trek The Next Generation. Now, seriously, Beverly was a very, very, very good character. I mean, I like the fact that she had history with Picard and everything else like that, but the fact that she lost her husband was actually pretty tragic and sad. I mean, that's just kind of interesting. But still, on that, Beverly was actually a pretty unique character. I mean, she did have some good episodes, and she was just great, and plus the fact that in Insurrection, she carried a freaking gun. That was awesome. Well, no, it wasn't just a gun per se, it was actually a phaser rifle, so yeah. So other than that, I liked her. She was a very interesting, unique character, and that's what made her enjoyable for me to watch her. So there we go. Okay, and now the nitty gritty. Number 1, 7 of 9 from Star Trek Voyager. Seriously, 7 of 9 was probably the best thing that ever happened to Voyager. I mean, seriously, 7 of 9 just flat out rocked. I mean, seriously. The fact that she got disconnected from the hive mind and everything else like that and wasn't part of the collective anymore was actually really, really good. And plus, well, she was a Borg and everything else like that, and I do like the Borg. They're pretty cool and unique and everything else like that, and they're very threatening in their respect. So, yeah, I really did like 7 of 9. She was a fascinating character. She wanted to, have more experiences about humanity and stuff like that. I mean, to be fair, she was almost kind of like a female version of Data, to be honest, but of course the fact that we know 7 was a Borg and Data's an android, so everything else like that. But still, she was actually very fun and unique, and I just flat around loved her. She was great. So, yeah. So that's my top 10 so those are my those are my top 10 favorite female Star Trek characters. And so a little bit later, or maybe when I come from school or whatever, I'll be doing my top 10 favorite male Star Trek characters. So until then, live long and prosper. Peace out. Bye.